here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord.
Kick off your week by installing your game plan.
Save my soul. Who's on with me now? Who's on with me now?
Welcome to franchise mode. Select the team you want to join. Don't worry, you'll be able to choose the role you plan in just a second.
Call your friends, the weekend's coming. I'm about to give you the rock. Now, Paul, give me one for the money. You the one for the night. You know you one in a million if you the one that I like. You got a lot of glad I knew you. I brought a ruler. I'ma use it, play the music louder. I gotta do it now. I got paper and I ain't gonna chase you, baby. I'm gonna take you down now. Come on, shake it, baby. Turn that around. I'm like,
Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. Who's on with me now? Who's on with me now?
take it up another notch and make it drop it. I've been watching, show me something, baby.
Who's on with me now?
Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, your season starts now.
You never had your head this way. Are you still living in the place? They told me you've been doing okay, okay. In another world where you and me, we show our hearts yet entirely. Deliver me from reality and take me to my fantasy. Tell me we can make this real if we can follow what we feel. I'm running, but I've reached the edge, and now I'm falling. So
Start the regular season by selecting your season goal.
promise that you'll catch me.
Meeting your season goal gives high rewards, but does come with risk.
Dreams forever in my head, it seems. I finally know what they mean. I promise that one day you'll see. In another world where you and me, we show our hearts yet entirely. Deliver me from reality and take me to my fantasy. Tell me we can make this real if we can follow what we feel. I'm running, but I've reached the edge, and now I'm falling. So promise that you'll catch me.
Kick off your week by installing your game plan.
Promise that you'll catch me. Promise that you'll catch me.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. A big gainer there on the trick play. 48 yards. Into the red zone now. Madden. So they're unsuccessful there, hooking up on the pass. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and just like that, it's third down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on. Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And Brown able to put it through. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
Play fake here on first down. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense.
Let's go.
Throwing on third down, Romo. Now Romo hit, and he loses the football. He had it jarred out. Look at the big man rumble. The 20, 10, and he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. We get a look now at the Giants' defense as they file into position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got the connection to Cole Beasley. First down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Second down now after the incompletion. Back to the air they go. Romo on second down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Now the 6-year man, Chris Jones, on to punt it away.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now Manning. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's caught. Touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times, we're trying to win a game.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Get ready.
3rd and long here. It's Romo. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So the Cowboys will punt it on 4th down, as on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. Fielded just inside the 20. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. And our players spotlight now as we turn our attention to Eli Manning. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's absolutely...
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. Demarcus Lawrence in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Here's Manning to throw. So he couldn't find his man there as it falls to the ground. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. Now Brad Wing, a 3rd-year man out of LSU, on to punt it away. Lucky Whitehead back deep for Dallas. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here's the Giant defense now as they head back onto the field. They simply really cannot be playing any better. They've got the shutout going. I don't know whatever these guys ate before this game, but they should do it every week.
Well, that's an alert for the chef then, isn't it? To make sure that's the menu for each and every game because...
He's got a man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
A first down carry by Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He's got time. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Biggest guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 18 yards on that one. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd and 10. Romo once more. And Beasley with it over the middle. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. 1st down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game, and I think they have to be happy with the result.
Now Dan Bailey, 30 of 32 in field goal tries last year. This from 36 yards out. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, at least they won't take a goose egg into intermission as they do carve out 3 points here in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Yeah, it hasn't really been the greatest of first halves. They've looked out of sync, especially on the offensive side of the ball. But a field goal here at least gives them some momentum as we tick down toward halftime.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Giants add on to their lead. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
kills.
Speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. He had a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll
trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players Are doing what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up and put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Giants defense working their way back onto the field now. This crew, they're kind of the story of the game, aren't they? I think they're playing better than, if you look at all the phases, they're playing the best.
And never underestimate
the defense?
Not just a defense, but on a team competition.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Tony Romo on first down. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And a neutral zone infraction on the defense.
The defense thought they had the timing count on the quarterback's cadence, but they jumped too soon.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. The play fake for Elliott. Now Romo surveying the field. He's going to loft one. Deep left. This is caught inside the 15. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The Giants defense now ready as they trot back out onto the field. They don't need to change much. They have played well. They've really outplayed this offense, haven't they?
And it's a lot of fun for a former defensive guy to see how they've managed to bounce around, make plays, and put their team in.
They're just looking for more of the same right now.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Complete to Jason Witten. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Unable to connect there on the pass play. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. They come out here in the eye. Romo gives to Elliott. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Now, that was kind of interesting. It appears this coaching staff really trusts this rookie early in his career. They want to get him a touchdown here in his NFL debut.
Let's go. Check 53.
Now Romo on 3rd and goal. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Well, I guess we're at the stage here where they wouldn't say no to any points, but I don't think field goals are what they're looking for here in the second half.
I don't either, Brandon. When you're down as much as they are, that's the sign of a head coach waving the white flag to me.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Flushed out right. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. He's got Cruz complete. That one goes for 24 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 44 yards. Beckham, the lone receiver, right. They'll roll him out right. So they're unsuccessful there, hooking up on the pass.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Manning now on 3rd and goal. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one too.
I don't know about that.
Toe bad.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They fake the give to Elliott. Now Romo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defender's there, receiver's there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
12 yards there as they move the chains. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Romo. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Back to the air they go. Romo on 2nd down. He's got time in the pocket. That is caught. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Again, we'll see the pistol here. From the red zone now, Romo. This will be caught at about the 5. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his first NFL reception, goes for
more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game, but it won't alter the final score.
Oh, and the Cowboys recovered it. Yes, Cowboy football. The lone receiver left. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be a second on 2nd down as Romo. So he couldn't find his man there as it falls to the ground. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. He's got his man. It's Williams. He got 29 yards that time. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Romo once more. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Romo on 3rd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Romo hands to Elliott. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's Romo now on second down. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Here's Romo. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 15 yards through the looking to throw it. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
They'll run. It's Marine. Looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now a play fake. Manning, he's going to let it go again. This is caught inside the 15. That one goes for 36 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
All right, week